Hello, welcome back. My name is John Occhi. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams, servicing the Hemet San Jacinto Valley. I'm talking to you from my home in Vista with the beautiful Hemet San Jacinto Valley behind me. This is the second segment of 5 where I'm discussing my special report, How to Sell Your Hemet Home at the Highest Possible Price. In this report, I cover 10 topics that you absolutely must know, you must consider in order to sell your Hemet home for the most money. And I should point out that this information is applicable to any home anywhere. And if you are outside of my market area, but you like what I have to say, please give me a call. Let me know that. I'd appreciate it. And I'd also, if you're looking for a referral to a great realtor in your market, I'm sure I can help you find one, identify one, even help you screen and pick out the right realtor for you. So with that being said, I'd like to go ahead and get right into my report. There's content for me in the first report, and I'll sum it up at the very end of this report. But what I'm going to talk to you about today is the best home in the neighborhood, what I call the best home in the neighborhood, and restrain from emotional decisions. And I'm going to kind of wrap it up into one topic because it really is the same. Well, it's different, but it's the same because it is emotional. And first of all, I'd like to identify what I mean by emotional decisions. We all live in houses, and we all have a lot of memories, and I'm hoping that all of yours are good ones, or at least the greatest majority of them are good memories in that house. You can picture where the beautiful Christmas tree went. You can see the beautiful holiday lights and the decorations from the outside, from the curb appeal. You can see, you remember your daughter going off to prom and taking her picture in front of the entryway, the family picture at the entryway, and you can see, just all kinds of memories where your baby took the first steps, and it's wonderful, and that's what makes a house a home. But when you move, what happens is you pack up all those memories, just like you do your dishes and your knickknacks and everything else, and you take those memories, you move them to the next house, and then your next house becomes your home. So it takes a little while for you to move in and get acclimated to it and start to make some new memories, but you bring all the old memories with you. All right, so we need to separate ourselves and identify that our house is a house. In real estate, we actually refer to your listing, once it's listed, it's on the MLS, is inventory. Just like Costco has inventory, just like Sam's Club, inventory. Walmart has inventory. Certainly when you're looking for, let's say, your new spring wardrobe, you want to go out and find a store that has great inventory so that you have great selection. You don't just think what you want and it just shows up. So we all need inventory, and real estate is no different, and that's all your house is to us. I hate to tell you, I am not emotionally attached to your house. I love my house. I love the view I have from my house. Take a look. You can see why. So with that being said, when I go to sell my house, I have to separate myself. I have to say, I don't care about it. It's not that I don't care about the view, but that's somebody else's view now. I can't take it with me, all right? And so it's important that we separate ourselves from the house. That's the first part that I want to cover. And then the second part is knowing that, a lot of people, they think that their house is the absolute best house in the neighborhood. Oh, they've done so much to their house. I mean, they put a fresh coat of paint on their house. They put a new roof on their house. You know what? If you weren't selling the house, would you put the new roof on anyway? It was leaking. It needed it. That's just repair. That's maintenance. That's just taking care of business. That doesn't add value. That just shows that it doesn't add the value of the new roof. It adds value in the sense that it shows that you've taken care of the maintenance and you've taken care of it. So it's worth more because it is properly taken care of. But you spend $30,000 on a roof, doesn't make your house worth $30,000 more. It helps separate your house from another house in that market, in that price range, based on the maintenance that's done. If I have two houses that are pretty much identical, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, both 2,500, 2,800 square feet, and they're both 10 years old, one of them's had a lot of great maintenance done to it, and the other has been lived in and nothing's ever been done. Well, I mean, they're the same price. Which one would you take? All things being considered equal. Of course, the one with the maintenance. And that's what a new roof is. That's what a new hot water heater. You didn't go out and put on a new hot water heater because you thought, wow, that'll really spiff it up and make the house more valuable, did you? No, the old one went out. The old one wasn't heating your water. Okay, so those are issues that you need to separate yourself from. And if you have done upgrades, you put in crown molding, you put in granite countertops, you've got beautiful 20-inch imported Italian tile on the floor, and you've got plantation shutters. These are improvements that do add value. Okay, they don't make it the best house on the market, because to be honest with you, the things I just mentioned, that's keeping up with the Joneses today. Okay, just about every home I go into, not everyone, but a lot of the newer homes that I go into all have granite countertops. They all have either 18 or 20-inch, maybe 16-inch tiles. Okay, nobody puts in 12-inch tiles anymore. They all have, they don't all have it, but a good majority of them have crown molding. Okay, just like a good majority of the newer homes, they're already landscaped in the backyard. So, don't tell me you have the best home in the neighborhood and I look out your backyard and it's all dirt because you haven't had the money or the time or the inkling to do anything about it. Okay, that does not make your home the best home in the neighborhood. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ever seen the best home in the neighborhood, because whenever I find a home that's totally spectacular and beautiful and wow, I'm just in total awe of it, I find another one that's even better. There's always something that somebody else is doing that's just a little bit better, always, and that's the way it is. Okay, so separate yourself emotionally. You don't have the best home in the neighborhood. Your house is not worth $40,000 more than the same model match that just sold last month down the street. It just isn't happening. Okay, I mean, you'd have to have so much more. You'd have to have a fantastic pool and spa and patio cover, balcony and fire pit, and whatever else, 50 palm trees in the yard, and that's just the yard. Okay, that might add $20,000. Then the inside, you'd have to have 20-inch imported Italian tile throughout the entire house. Okay, that might add $10,000. You don't get what you pay for these things. Okay, you just don't get what you pay. So separate yourself. If you're making those kind of improvements, ask yourself, are you making them because they're important to you and important to your lifestyle and because you want them while you're living in that house? Yes, they do add value. They do bring it up a notch, but you're not going to get all of your money out of it. Okay, you don't get what you paid for in those type of improvements. You get a good portion of it, but you don't get it all. So separate yourself. Separate yourself. And that pretty much covers the best home in the neighborhood and the emotional decisions. Let me just wrap it up by saying, when it comes time to wrap it, to selling your home, and you factored in all of these different issues, what you don't want to do is let a few $100s or a couple $1,000s separate you from a transaction. Remember, time is money. The longer you sit on the house, the more money it's costing you, especially if you've already committed to buying a second home. Okay. In the long run, once you close that escrow, the difference between a couple $1,000s, I guarantee it's not going to make any difference. So don't get emotional. Separate yourself from the home and move forward. So I hope that answers some questions or has raised some questions primarily for you with the consideration of having the best home in the neighborhood and restrain from emotional decisions. Please join me in part 3 of my 5-part series, where I'm going to talk about making cosmetic improvements and disclosing property flaws. And I'll talk to those 2 topics as one again in my next segment. So until next time, if you want to get in touch with me, it's John Occhi, OCCHI, and I'm with the Excellence in Real Estate team at Keller Williams Realty. I can be reached by phone at 951-443-6259 or by email at thehouseseller@gmail.com, and that's seller as I sell homes. I don't hide in the cellar underneath your basement. And then my website for Excellence in Real Estate team is www.eireteam.com. That's EIRE as in Excellence in Real Estate team.com. So thank you once again for your time, and I hope that I've raised some questions for you that are going to stimulate your thought process in order to help you achieve your goal of selling your Hemet home for the highest possible price. Until next time, this is John Occhi wishing you and yours all the best. Make every day a great day, and God bless you.